I used to go to the track more. Like in Austin, we have COTA, Circuit of the Americas.
Yeah.
I have been since we've had kids, but there's a couple
At first
times
I
where
thought it was running.
Oh my God. There's a couple times where when you're doing laps, and especially when you start to build up.
That track is sick, by the way.
The track's amazing.
That like incline before that first
before
big
turn
turn.
one. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It's crazy. And there's this back straight that I had been in. Like,
what are you driving on it?
I've taken out a couple GT3s.
Yeah, this is a Porsche.
Porsche, yeah.
Yeah.
And then my neighbor, I had a neighbor there with so those are the ones I was driving were manual.
Okay.
Right. My neighbor was out there with a Ferrari F8, and he was like, "You want to take mine?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's automatic." And but
doesn't have the.
It does.
Yeah, if you want.
But even with these paddles, which you're using, you can never mimic how fast this is compared to this.
Right.
And bro, when I was on that back straight, I was like, "Oh," that's one of those times where I was like, "Oh, I could die." Doing this.
You really felt it
because it was significant speed compared to what I had been driving. Like I think in the manuals, you hit like maybe 145, 150 on the back, and on his like 177. And I was like,
Jesus.
that you feel that more of like the margin for error feels like much, much smaller there.
I did not even close to that speed, but I was on that track with Yuki Tsunoda, the F1 driver.
Yeah.
Small Asian guy. Yeah. And he took me out in I think it was like a Ford, I forget what the fuck it was. That's somewhere.
Ford GT.
The GT?
Yeah, I think it was the GT.
That was badass.
And it's a badass car. They soup it up. Obviously, it's not some like Formula 3 or whatever. The thing that I noticed the most was the car wanting to just turn over on the turns.
Mm-hmm.
So like you actually feel the tires like pulling.
Gripping and yeah.
And I was like, can you give me an example of what this is compared to what you're feeling in the Formula cars?
Yeah.
And he was like, this is the equivalent of like taking a golf cart on the track.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, crazy. This is the F1 track, the COTA track?
Yeah.
I remember I did
You're like Spanish Latino, right?
Uh-huh.
You don't have to do white people shit.
We got him now.
Hey, we got him.
I know. You're right. I know.
That's your mom. You can't do that to your mom.
Were you like this as a kid? Did you like dirt bikes and shit?
No.
Just GHB, dude.
Just GHB.
I always like cars. I always like fast cars.
Yeah.
Yeah. I never had any, but I still like them.
Right. But you
like,
were thrill seeking in some way.
I never did bungee jumping. I never did the parachuting stuff. To me, it was always like something with an engine. Like that's always what was it. I like boats, like going
fast.
Yeah, I like going fast.
Yeah.
But she, I went to that Dallas Motor Speedway and I got in a NASCAR there. And because I was like, how fun could that be? The loop.
Amazing.
Is
it because of the...
yes.
So break that down. What is that even called?
Bank.
The bank, the gradient, right?
Yeah, dude.
Can you even stand on that at its highest point?
I don't know if you could.
Yeah, it's tough to run up. It's difficult to get up there.
So what happens?
If a homeless guy causes that, you can get up there, but it's tough.
But like, is it at 45 degrees towards the top? Is it at...
Might be. That's what it feels like.
Sure. But what was fascinating to me was they were like, all right, you have to keep this speed.
Because
right?
if not, the car's just going to fall over.
And then
wow.
And like you realize...
like a carnival ride.
There was a guy in the radio like telling me like where to go, what speed to keep, when to push, and then to maintain. He was just like, now just hold it here.
And you're alone in the car?
Yeah.
And what do you have to hold on that?
Huh?
33 degrees.
33
degrees. And what do you have to hold on that, speed-wise?
Well, so they had this thing where they were like, we don't want to be liable for your death.
Right.
So they start you off, and then when you complete a lap at a slower rate, you come in and they would manually change the limiter.
There's a governor on the car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then so every time I would do a couple laps, I would have to pit, and they would like ramp it up a little more. And then I was like, let it go all the way. And they're like, not a fucking chance. but it was super. I think the highest we hit on that was like in the 150s or 60s.
There's a clip of this guy, I'm sure you've seen it, where it's like he's talking to his, what is the captain, or who's the guy who's basically...
Crew chief or pit chief?
Yeah, his pit chief. And he's like, I'm just going to push my foot down and either see a checkered flag or see God.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen this clip?
Yeah.
You see that one?
Yeah.
And he just we should bring it up. He pushes his foot down on the gas and then he rides the wall.
Yeah.
So he doesn't even try to maneuver.
It's like fucking Lightning McQueen.
Literally, it's something outside of cars, or from cars. And he just basically scrapes the whole side of his car and uses the bank or the wall as his own protection so he doesn't fly out. And then I think he wins the race.
Yeah, they made it illegal after that, I'm pretty sure.
Probably a good idea.
They're like,
Probably
yeah,
a
you
good
can't
idea.
like the wall ride.
See the checker flag or see God's pretty wild.
Ross
Yeah.
Chastain.
What is his name?
His name's Ross Chastain.
You got it up, Joe?
You guys are fucking crazy.
You need audio on this one just to see this guy.
You guys are nuts, bro.
I'm just gonna put my foot on the floor and I'm not listening till I see God or a checkered flag. My man.
Look at this.
They always play Skyfall.
No one's ever gone through 3 and 4 at Martinsville that fast ever.
He went from 10th to 5th place. I've never seen anything like that.
Wow.
Wow.
Good strategy.
Holy.
All time.
That's pretty nuts.
Damn.
The next day?
Yeah.
But why would they ban it? That's kind of sick.
It's Gran Turismo. You can't do that.
I mean,
Have you been to a NASCAR race?
Not NASCAR.
Have
I'd
you
like to
gone?
go to NASCAR.
It was a much different experience.
It's awesome.
I had the same thing where I was like, I'm just not interested.
Yeah.
And I went there. First, I went to the Daytona 500.
Yeah.
First of all, just the atmosphere. It's sort of like the first time I went to UFC, I wasn't that interested in. I was like,
And
yeah,
then
I'll
you
go.
go to an actual fight. You're like,
And you go
this
to
is
fight, and you're
incredible.
like, holy shit, the energy. So
Yeah.
the energy, Daytona in particular, is it is electric. I mean, really takes over. Then you're in there. We were able to walk around with like the different teams, and you see like the caliber of people, the conversations they're having, the studying, and you're like, holy shit, there's so much strategy going into this and like so much commitment the whole way through about this. And then the skill itself, when you hear the engine start and they take off, you're like it's like this visceral reaction.
Sound,
the sound and you just being there changed the way that I looked at the sport.
I mean, the flyover. The flyover's the
flyover's
best. You need that at everything.
The flyover's unbelievable. They had the what's it called? Not the Blue Angels, but the Air Force one, the Thunder.
No.
But holy shit, I thought we were getting bombed. I was like, oh my god,
No, the
And it's
Thunderbirds.
just the Thunderbirds, just them flying over it. Yeah, the whole atmosphere. You walk out of there being like, that was all fucking unbelievable.
Yeah, there is something about the races, which is like, I didn't grow up with car culture at all. Like, I grew up in New York City. Like,
Yeah.
nobody had a fucking car. Like,
Yeah.
And I went to a Formula One, and the sound of the cars made me feel like this childhood nostalgia. And I never had cars, but it was something about just like this loud motor. You just feel like a kid.
Yeah.
And they zoom by, and every time I just find myself going zoom.
Yeah. Have you been to
Four-year-old
F1
man.
races?
Yeah, yeah.
They're fun too.
Did Miami, we did, and then Austin, and I don't know if we were there we weren't there in Abu Dhabi, but there is a hotel
Yeah.
on the
We both,
property.
I think I drove on that track too.
Yes, yeah.
That was
The
fun.
Formula
The
3 cars?
Four, yeah.
The 4?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was sick.
So fun. So fun.
I will say
I-
there's something about
yeah.
NASCAR that makes you feel all American. Like I haven't been to an F1
Totally.
race that I
Yeah.
imagine it's like a little higher class.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
You definitely, it's some
it ain't
exclusive
the same.
shit.
There's something about
Yeah.
NASCAR where it's like you
Yeah.
see like pristine like engineers working on shit.
Yeah.
You see like former D1 athletes
Yeah.
in the,
Yeah.
in the crew.
Yes.
But then also just like a dude with a shirt off getting
Love it.
sunburned. And you're like, this is great.
It's
Love
very
it.
America.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's worth going.
At that track in Abu Dhabi, I thought that the markers on the side before the turns were the speed you were supposed to go, not the distance to the turn.
Yeah.
So I was like trying
I
to.
have to go 220 right
Yeah,
now?
like, what the fuck? So I was like, I don't even understand. Yeah, the point of this really, but that was sick.
Yeah, it's so cool. They were such gracious hosts too. Like
Oh, the
they were
best.
so like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
The best.